Did I tell you my meeting Macaulay Culkin story?
No.
Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta...
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Cousin Ryan.
And Josh.
Josh is back. We're going to get a heavy dose of Josh over the next few weeks, which is awesome.
Yes, I'm excited to be here, brother.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you here. This isn't going to be a snack review or anything, but turns out my buddy here has just become like the snack guru, my compadre in snack candy, whatever. So, again, heavy dose of Josh over the next few weeks with all the awesome holiday treats coming up.
Most wonderful time of the year.
Yeah, it is. But this, however, is another type of video that I always enjoy doing with Ryder. John's gotten in on a few of them as well. We've had so many conversations about Home Alone that I thought it was just appropriate to have Josh come in and we'll do a retro trailer reaction to Home Alone. Josh, what was your first experience with Home Alone?
The first time I ever saw it was, and I think I may have told you this, the first time I ever saw Home Alone, I was probably 10, 11, 20, probably 11, but it was one where after the movie gained such popularity, they started playing it on Thanksgiving night after the last football game, and I was just transfixed, this is amazing, this is hilarious, I love Christmas, and it immediately became one of my all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, and it's one of those movies that it came so early in our childhood, it's funny to think, and it was so epic that there was a time in our lives that Home Alone wasn't even a thing. This trailer right here was our first glimpse at a movie that was just going to become legendary forever.
Totally. In fact, if you watch, there's a Netflix docu-series a behind the scenes of epic nostalgic movies. Home Alone's one of them.
Oh yeah,
it was amazing.
I was going to bring that up.
Amazing.
It is really good. It's worth watching.
They do
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
And I think that was the Breakfast Club. No, was the?
I don't remember.
It seemed like there was another John, or maybe this was the John Hughes movie that.
There's another one that's set to come out, a new one that has Elf and some other ones.
Okay, cool.
But this one was so cool to watch and see how they did it.
Did I tell you my meeting Macaulay Culkin story?
No.
I haven't told you this?
No.
Oh man,
that's awesome.
I may have brought it up on here before, unless I was saving it for when Ryder and I do a filming location video.
Nice.
But I didn't actually meet him. But I raced them on the go-karts at Scandia.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in Water Park, man. Yeah, so the movie, and it was later on. It was years after this. It was probably
impressive, brother.
Early 90s,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah. This one came out in 90, right?
90, correct.
Home Alone 2 was 92 or something, right?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yes, yeah. Something like that. So this was probably 93, maybe even 94.
Nice.
Or 93 in the movie came. It was called Getting Even with Dad. It was...
I absolutely know the movie. Never watched it, but I remember seeing the trailers for it.
Gotta watch it because they go to Scandia. And because the whole premise of this movie is Macaulay Culkin's character gets dumped on his dad, who's a criminal, Ted Danson, that's going to go straight after one job. Macaulay Culkin intercepts this load of rare coins that was stolen, and he hides them from his dad and says, "You're going to be my dad until you become my dad. I'm gonna act like a dad. I'm hiding these coins from you." And one of the things they do is play miniature golf.
That's awesome.
At Scandia.
That's so cool.
Somehow, obviously, this is way before the internet. My sister got word of this, and we're like, "Oh, let's go watch them film." And then we get there, and there's Macaulay Culkin driving around on the go-karts, and I'm like, "Mom, let me go race with him," So we go there, and it's funny as people were getting off getting back on, he just kept going, and
Oh, that's so cool, dude.
Macaulay, if you ever watch this, which I really don't expect you to, I'm going to tell a story here, and I totally forgive you with this. I get it. And just in watching his later, because he's our age.
Yeah, he's 40 now. If
he's
you want to feel old, there you go.
Yeah, he and I are only literally, I think exactly a month apart. He's August 26th, I think, and I'm July 26th.
Oh wow. So, okay, yeah.
But I totally got off topic. Scandia with the go-karts. I remember he was going around and somebody wanted to take his picture and he went like this. But you know what, man? I can't even imagine going through that's a crazy childhood.
I mean,
man.
I know at school during Christmas season, everybody I knew was going, imagine that.
He probably wants to do that just because he's been asked so much.
He probably went from 0 to all-star, ultra superstar that, and it's hard as a kid.
Macaulay, if you ever watch this, let's hang out sometime, man.
Yes,
but in all seriousness, he seems like a cool dude, man.
Does,
totally well-adjusted. And, I've watched his interviews on Late Night and stuff, and Joe Rogan and everything. But
totally.
Dude, Macaulay, hire us. We'll come work with
Yeah,
you.
dude.
And
We'll be your hype men.
There you go.
We'll be your hype man.
Like he needs
exactly.
hype men.
Yeah, right.
All right. I think that covers it. Let's check this trailer out. This
do
is
it.
cool because this was the first chance or first viewing we ever. We didn't even know what Home Alone was yet.
Not at all.
Where are you going? We're gonna miss the plane!
When the McAllister family.
I wanted this
left on
guy's
their
voice, by
Christmas
the way.
But that voice is awesome.
You
They
can never
forgot
get
one small thing.
Have yourself
Terrible feeling. Did you lock up?
let yourself be light.
Do we set the time?
I remember I'm like, oh, the mom from Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
Our troubles will be ours.
I made my parents disappear.
Yeah.
Home Alone.
The little light comes
Police in
on.
the northern suburbs are on the lookout for a pair of burglars who are
Yes.
calling
I wanted
themselves
Crunch
the
Gators,
Wet
never saw them.
Bandits.
Were they real or not?
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
I know.
Get off my property.
I think I read where those were fake,
Oh, really?
gangster movies.
That's awesome.
My mom's in the car.
Where's your father?
He's at work.
What about your brothers and sisters?
I'm an only child.
Where do you live?
Can't tell you that
Why not?
because you're a stranger.
Yeah. Oh, look
Yes,
at
the
this!
map!
Yeah.
I love that thing.
You're stupid. I know I was.
You still are, Marv.
No, I don't think that's in the movie.
I don't think it is. Oh, that part is awesome. I love the face.
I am going to
And
get
John
home.
Candy, dude.
I know. I
Love
always
John
forget that
Candy.
he was in this, but he was like a John Hughes go-to.
Yeah, I like when he says the Kenosha Kickers, polka, 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 you know, like that.
Yes.
In fact, him and Macaulay Culkin were in,
Uncle Buck.
yeah, Uncle
That's
Buck
right.
first. Yeah,
yeah.
right.
Why are you dressed like a chicken?
Dude, I
Polka King of the
love that
Midwest.
interaction.
If you have to get to Chicago, we'll gladly drive you.
Oh, yes.
Hey guys.
Yesterday, he
Go
was
back, Mark,
just
go back.
a kid. But tonight, he's a home security system.
You guys give up or you're thirsty for more?
From John Hughes,
You know, I got a feeling this is going to be your best Christmas ever.
a family comedy.
Oh, I wanted to do that in my house so bad.
I don't think that John Candy line was in the movie.
I think you're right.
I'm 8 years old. You think I'd be here alone? I don't think so.
Directed by Chris Columbus. Coming
Oh,
November
Chris Columbus.
16th.
I always
Good,
forget,
yeah.
man.
It's been a while. Ooh, it came in November 16th. I never knew that.
Yeah,
I knew it
so-
was before Thanksgiving, but I didn't realize when.
That was the other thing. Ryder and I always try to hit the anniversary of the
Right,
movie, so
sure.
we missed it, man. That was
Barely,
my
though.
misjudgment
But
when I
barely.
looked at it the other night, because I'd planned on you
Yeah.
and I doing this, and I was like, oh, we missed it.
Totally.
But December 1st is close enough.
Yeah.
Like, we nailed
Totally.
it for it's been 30 years. I can't believe that's just wild.
And
man.
this, I mean, if you have not added this movie to your Christmas watching repertoire, this is the year you got to do
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
Oh, man,
Okay.
So good.
And since we're on the Christmas movie repertoire, top 3.
Dude, this is hard for me. I'm gonna say White Christmas.
Oh, dang, man. That's going
Um,
way back. That's going way
Yeah,
back.
way back.
Okay, so
Or
we're
Holiday Inn's a good one. There's some stuff in there. You're like, oh,
dude,
this is
you're,
the 30s.
you're making
but
me look like
but that's a good one.
a shallow
Elf is one of the
Okay.
best ones that I like quote a lot. And then honestly, like straight up, like Home Alone.
Okay.
Yeah, Home Alone is in the top.
Yeah, so I struggle with this one. I'm gonna Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon's
Totally.
Christmas Vacation, hands
Totally.
down. Which John Hughes, I believe, had his hand
Oh,
in that as
probably.
well. You know, and
He was a man back in this time.
Yeah. So. Oh, and A Christmas Story.
Yeah,
Gotta throw
sure.
Christmas Story
Yep,
on there.
Sure.
And I think I'm gonna put Christmas Vacation on its own little
Yeah, its
pedestal.
own
And
level.
Just because my dad, I mean, you know my dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is totally like Clark Griswold's a gross exaggeration of my dad. I mean, my dad can throw fits like that, believe it or
Sure,
not.
that's
He'll
hilarious.
go
I
off,
can't-
not quite
I
like.
can't picture Roger.
Oh,
at
dude,
all
you have
doing that.
no idea, man.
Wow.
My dad would be a combination of Clark Griswold and Tim the Toolman Taylor,
Totally.
maybe with a little bit of Doc Brown's genius thrown in there.
But I mean,
too,
you
but-
would be too if you were expecting a bonus and got a jelly club.
Yeah, no,
I
I'm
can
just
understand
talking
being
about like
unhappy,
when he
like-
builds something and it doesn't work, like
Oh,
when the
yeah.
lights on Christmas Vacation don't come on and he starts like wrecking. Yeah, no, it totally.
Oh man, Clark.
So okay, so I'm gonna put Christmas Vacation on
Totally.
its own little pedestal,
Totally.
and then Home Alone.
Mm-hmm.
I own A Christmas Story. I think I started to say
Yeah.
that already. I love A Christmas Story.
It's just hard to put them all in because there are so
Yeah.
many like decent and good
Yeah.
ones, you know.
And the thing with A Christmas Story is it wasn't like a hit with everybody until just in the last decade or so.
It kind of developed this.
Yeah, man, it wasn't, because I remember getting into it at a certain point, and then all of a sudden, a few years later, all this merchandise showed up, and it was like even probably 20 years after it originally came out. Love Ernest Saves Christmas.
Yes,
I think Jim Varney is one of the most underrated talents of the 80s, 90s, whatever, man. I love that dude. Did you know his movies were actually Disney?
I didn't
know
that at all.
They were Touchstone, and
I didn't know that at all.
And up until Ernest Scared Stupid, that was the last one.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, it kind of like fizzled a little bit. I think that's when Disney let it go, and then his movies just kind of fell off the face of the earth. But I love Jim Varney.
Totally.
And It's a Wonderful Life, man. I know I went over three right there, but yeah, It's a Wonderful Life's got such a great message.
It really does. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. So here's our kickoff to the Christmas season, a little viewing of Home Alone's trailer, and yeah, I could talk for a while about Christmas movies and songs and everything, man. Like, that's another topic.
Totally. Or is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
That's
too long a video.
That's man. We could go on for a while about that. It is a Christmas movie, though.
That's awesome. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw it out.
Throw it out there now.
Just, and I really don't care one way or another, but fight me on it. Like, let's just take a position on this and say it's a Christmas movie, because why not?
That's when it takes place.
And I know this came up the other day. I'm gonna go Batman Returns.
Sure.
I'm gonna call
you mentioned that.
I did, yeah.
You mentioned that.
And Ghostbusters too. It's a holiday movie.
Yeah. You gotta count that.
Pay attention.
You gotta count that.
It happens.
Gotta count that, peeps.
Yep. Okay. That's it for tonight, for today, whatever you want to call it, whatever time of the day it is where you're at, and we'll see you guys soon. Great Home Alone quote. I know I like to use "be excellent to each other," but what would be a good Home Alone quote?
That's a great question.
Man.
There are so many good ones.
Cheese pizza just for me?
Yeah,
no.
It's not bad. Not bad. Or what about this one? Would you ever skip a Cousin Ryan video? I don't think so.
All right, man. I'm going to leave it right there. That's great. All right. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye, guys.
You know, sir, it's Cousin Ryan on the Hollywood Boulevard. You know, sir, he bigger than any superstar. All of us spit you some real dope bar. Some them sweeter than any chocolate bar. Boom! Hey.